Hellfire.
So breaking news everyone, Snow White has officially snapped and apparently she is blocking audience members and critics who anyone that posed her as Snow White. So you guys ready? So let's get this started in 3, 2, 1.
Cartoon. I think I watched it once and then I never picked it up again. I think I watched it once and then I never picked it up again.
What?
The ride in Disney World, which was called Snow White's Scary Adventures. Doesn't sound like something a little kid would like. Was terrified of it.
Wow! The land of make-believe!
I also heard everybody like screaming and I got really excited, which means they must have liked it.
Yeah! All right!
It does. So.
New version of Snow White. What did you mean by that?
I mean, you know, the original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. Love story with a guy who literally stalks her.
Yeah.
Weird. Approach to what I'm sure a lot of people will assume is a love story just because, like, we cast a guy in the movie. Right. Andrew Burnap, great dude.
Stop it. Get some help.
Which is really, really wonderful. And whether or not she finds love along the way is anybody's guess until 2024. All of Andrew's scenes could get cut. Who knows? It's Hollywood, baby. But it's...
Hey, what's up YouTube and my beloved husband Kym Kendrick, my fellow iStar Vic friends and followers, and my Hellfire Club members and subscribers. It's your Hellfire leader, Maggie Negan, the Walking Dead Banger 27. How's everyone doing today? So, I had to tell you this breaking news, you guys. It's officially that Rachel Zegler, aka the Snow White of the live action movie for Disney, has officially lost it. She literally blocked fans and audience members that's going to see and pay for this movie. She literally is blocking people right now. It's incredible. Like, never in my life this is going to happen. You know, I just recently saw Yellow Flash discussing it right now. But man, what is her deal? You know, like, so now she is blocking people on social media now because someone is giving an opinion. I am baffled, you know? But before I start discussing that, you guys you guys really, like I said in all my videos, if you guys really enjoy this video, press that like button, like, and you guys are new to my channel and you're part of my Hellfire Club, you had to smash and punch really hard to be part of the Hellfire Club and subscribe, alright? And ring the notification bell, you guys, to get my upcoming merchandise, my blogs that I'll be posting, and of course check out my community posts that I'll be posting polls, you know, anything that's coming your way. And of course, check in the description to follow me on my social media. Follow me on my Twitter, my Instagram, my blog posts, my Pinterest, my Discord, and my Twitch. And of course, as well, check out my beloved husband, Kym Kendrick's YouTube channel, guys. Give it a like, subscribe, be part of his live stream and Wolfpack. And of course, check out his wonderful content, you guys, of his social media. Check out his phenomenal writing and art. I love you, hun. So let's get back to the breaking news. I'm Kendrick, my fellow iStar Vic friends and followers, and my Hellfire Club members and subscribers. It's your Hellfire leader, Maggie Negan, the Walking Dead Banger 27. How's everyone doing today? So, I had to tell you this breaking news, you guys. It's officially that Rachel Zegler, aka the Snow White of the live action movie for Disney, has officially lost it. She literally blocked fans and audience members that's going to see and pay for this movie. She literally is blocking people right now. It's incredible. Like, never in my life this is going to happen. You know, I just recently saw Yellow Flash discussing it right now. But man, what is her deal? You know, like, so now she is blocking people on social media now because someone is giving an opinion. I am baffled, you know? But before I start discussing that, you guys really, like I said in all my videos, if you guys really enjoy this video, press that like button, like, and you guys are new to my channel and you're part of my Hellfire Club, you had to smash and punch really hard to be part of the Hellfire Club and subscribe, alright? And ring the notification bell, you guys, to get my upcoming merchandise, my blogs that I'll be posting, and of course check out my community posts that I'll be posting polls, anything that's coming your way. And of course, check in the description to follow me on my social media. Follow me on my Twitter, my Instagram, my blog posts, my Pinterest, my Discord, and my Twitch. And of course, as well, check out my beloved husband, Kyle McKinnon YouTube channel, guys. Give it a like, subscribe, be part of his live stream and Wolfpack. And of course, check out his wonderful content, you guys, of his social media. Check out his phenomenal writing and art. I love you, hun. So let's get back to the breaking news. So yes, it's official, you guys. Ms. Zegler has officially blocking people who don't like this movie and anything that's based on this Snow White nonsense. It just seems like she doesn't like hearing people's criticizing her role as Snow White. It's baffling. It's shocking. It's totally bizarre, isn't it? And it's kind of retarded. Sorry to use that word, but it's true. But why in the world an actress that's portraying an icon that is playing Snow White in a 1937 classic is going to block audience members that's going to pay to see her movie? I don't understand. We're all critics. We all have an opinion about a movie. You're telling me you don't like hearing the truth? Is that the problem? So this is what's going on, you guys. So what I'm hearing, and this is according to Yellow Flash, by the way, that she is blocking people who are posting negativity. That's what she said on her tweets. Because it seems like she doesn't like to hear the truth of how people don't like seeing her portray a character that's not based on this role that she's portraying. So I'm just saying, it just blows my mind this is really actually happening. It's really upsetting, because if you think about it and listen very carefully, she is upset. She is getting cringe because every YouTuber, including myself included, that is telling her that you don't fit the part as Snow White. Because why? Let's see. She thinks that the Prince Charming was creepy. She thinks that, it's not 1937 no more. It should be modernized. She thinks that Snow White is a Spanish princess, quote unquote, when clearly she's not. And all of a sudden, she thinks it's a big joke, thinking the Seven Dwarfs don't need to be part of the movie. And of course, they should cut the actor who recently auditioned to play the Prince Charming should be cut anyway, and she's laughing about it. It's totally unbelievable, diva behavior. It is disgusting. And I'm going to tell you why. Because when you're in an acting business, you don't behave this way. And I have teachers who are actors who are probably watching my video, by the way, but I'm going to tell you something. If you're going to behave like a jerk to anyone that is giving you feedback, then don't act. Then don't be part of a movie, because you don't behave this way to somebody who's giving you feedback. And I'm shocked that I'm not sure if the director of this live action, Mark Webb, is that his name, that's directing this live action, is okay with her behaving this way. Not to mention, to cut the subject real short right here, that she is going to be in the prequel of the Hunger Games. That she is portraying a character who was in District 12, some character that Snow had a thing for, and not to spoil anything, but that's based on the book, and that it's just a backstory of how the Hunger Games even started. So she's probably going to ruin that movie too if this continues on and on and on. My advice is that Disney has to look at their actors, how they're behaving. You don't see Gal Gadot, behaving that way about the Evil Queen. She loves the character. She likes the classic, the Prince Charming and everything else. But this girl, Rachel Zegler, is acting like a child that's wanting everything for granted. And then she started saying things that make no sense. She started it's really horrible, you guys. Really, it's gives me a big headache that someone will behave this way, and then you suddenly say, oh, it's okay, she just, new to being Snow White, she doesn't know about feedback yet, she's just getting used to it. Getting used to it? Dude, she is throwing a tantrum because she doesn't like hearing the truth. It's a beautiful fairy tale about a girl who has fair skin as snow and lips as red as a rose and black hair as ebony, and you're telling me that she has to behave this way? You kidding me? She's more like an evil queen than Snow White, if you ask me, if Snow White was an evil queen persona. Because you don't behave like a real I don't want to say a curse word because I don't want to get demonetized, but this is not how you behave when you are getting the role of a wonderful character like Snow White. It can be anything. And there should be a lesson learned from these actors who portray princesses nowadays, like Snow White, Cinderella, Alice in Wonderland, Aurora, Merida, and so many other characters that influence as princesses. You don't behave this way towards a fan or an audience member that's going to pay tickets to see your movie. Act respectfully and act mature, because you don't have to act like an idiot or a jerk to someone that's going to pay $20 to see a movie, because no one's going to see it. And I'm going to say this right now: if I was a parent, if I was a mother right now, I won't let my child see that movie if that actor is going to behave that way. This happens already recently with The Little Mermaid, when the girl decided, getting all critical how fans like us have an image of how Ariel's supposed to look like, and she just complains about it. How, audience members say like, oh, they should get used to it. This is how, Ariel's supposed to be. Not everything has to have a Prince Charming or happy ending. Who do you think you are, you guys? If you want to believe that, that's totally fine. But to me and to other people, I don't know if you guys believe in it, I'm just letting you know the facts. Because this is a nail in the coffin. It's already spinning in Walt Disney's grave, and the character plays Snow White. It is sad. You know what's even sadder? The animator's son just talked recently, and he said how Disney doesn't know how to portray the live action like how it's in the classics. They're just making my father turn in his grave with Walt, because my father really worked hard in this animation film, and you throwing it in the dumpster with the fire is totally disgusting. And I agree with him. And I love his father's work. I've seen what they do in hand animation. And it is hand animation, you guys. And it's literally voice acting and singing. I don't see anyone complain about it. I never seen the actress who recently played Snow White in 1937, complain about it. If she's seen Rachel Zegler's behavior, she'll be like really furious and angry, saying, what the heck is wrong with you? I never act that way when I was 22. You kidding me? So I'm going to tell you right now, anyone that's watching right now, anyone that's involved in trying to be in the acting business, please don't, be like her, because you don't want to act like a narcissist. And she probably admits it, because that's really baffling if you ask me, So, and here's the problem with the casting. This is why it's causing a lot of controversy with this movie. And this is what it says, right? The choice of casting a Latina actress, Rachel Zegler, as Snow White, a character described in the original material having skin as white as snow, attracted some controversy, while appearing on Variety's Actors on Actors series with Andrew Garfield, the one that plays Spider-Man, of course, you guys. And Zegler responded to the Snow White casting backlash. She said, "Never in a million years did I imagine that this would be a possibility for me. You don't normally see Snow Whites that are Latin descent, even though Snow White is really a big deal. In Spanish-speaking countries, Blanca Nieves is a huge icon, whether you're talking about the Disney cartoon or just different iterations and the Grimm fairy tale and all the stories that come with it. But you don't particularly see people who look like me or as playing roles like that, whether it was announced. It was a huge thing that was trending on Twitter for days. Because all of the people were angry, we need to love them in the right direction. At the end of the day, I have a job to do that I am really excited to do. I get to be a Latina princess." Okay, here's the thing, Ms. Zegler. I'm going to say this right now. Snow White was based on a German fairy tale, and this is based on a German princess. And I'm going to show you that it was based on a true, actual person. Let me show you right now. The origin of Snow White was German, and it pronounced it Schneewittchen, which is German for the translation for saying Snow White. And, of course, there's a real Snow White behind all of it, and Margareta bond with Delk and her alleged lover, Philip II of Spain, the countess who died in 1554, who was framed for her beauty. You see? So when you do research, you don't say that, oh, We can't just say things like that, saying that Snow White was an actual Latina princess, when clearly she's not. It's based on a German fairy tale, it's based on an actual person. So don't give me that garbage saying that, oh, I'm the first Spanish princess. You know? Don't ever say that. Don't ever say that. Because if you think about it, the only Spanish princess I know in the movie was Elena of Valor, and she was on the Disney Channel, series on Disney Channel. Not sponsored, by the way. But I'm just letting you know, Rachel. You know for a fact that you can do research about history, about the culture, and think about before you even speak. That's all I can tell you, you know? It's really baffling, you know? You think like everyone has to agree with you 100%, no criticism, no feedback, no nothing, except that you think you're right. Is that the problem? You don't like to hear what people have to say? Is that what you're trying to tell everybody? Because it feels like you took the poison apple, you passed out, and all of a sudden we had to take it in, we had to hold that grudge, and we had to probably say, yes, we agree with you 100%. Yes, no arguments, hands down, you're right, you're always right, we don't have to argue with you. Is that the whole point? Is that the whole issue? Because it feels like you think that it's always handy-dandy when everything's okay with you, everything's all, peaches and cream and apple pie and sunshine and rainbows, you had to act this way. Am I correct? Because it feels like you guys, we can't even win in an argument with her. It's either we accept it or not, because I can't accept the fact that you had to block people when people have opinions about other things in mind, And that's why it's upsetting. It really upsets me to see things like this, But boy, you're going to definitely ruin the image for Disney. I'm going to say that much. Because just because you think you fit the character, because you want to be the new Latina to play Snow White, it doesn't work. First off, Snow White was a fair-skinned beauty who didn't think anything but herself, She always dreamed of escaping the real world and finding her true love. But that doesn't work for you, because you think that Snow White doesn't need a man. She has to be independent. So you're telling me when she's lying there in the coffin, she expects herself to wake herself up just like that? Really? I don't think so. Not that I know of. Because that doesn't know how a fairy tale works. The Prince Charming will come and save her by giving her a kiss, and the spell is broken. That's how it works. And they live happily ever after. They get married, they have children, and they rule the country. That's how it works. I believe in fairy tales as much as the next person. So anybody that thinks oh, not every girl needs a Prince Charming, that's totally up to you. That's totally up to you. But to me, I believe in true love. I found my true love. So don't give me that garbage thinking oh, let's make it modern. Let's make it this version. Why change it? Disney, do me a favor. I know it sounds harsh, but hear me out. I feel like you need to either recast the Snow White, find out Snow White, but hey, I'm willing to volunteer. I can participate as Snow White. With all respect, Disney, and of course Miss Rachel Zegler, if you don't want to cast Snow White, if you don't want to be the character, I'd be happy. I'll volunteer as tribute, that's for sure, if you ask me. Because I'd be willing to play that character in a heartbeat. I won't be complaining. I won't be complaining about the dress. I'll be loving it. As a cosplayer, I love to dress up. I have no problems with it. But if you're going to be acting like a child, thinking that you deserve to have all the luxury in the world, she just admitted that she wants to be spoiled. She wants more money. It's not just about the money, girl. It's about loving the industry, about loving the franchise, about loving Walt Disney himself. Because the man's a legend, hands down. So don't disrespect the man who created this character. So whatever you have a big fit about, or the big drama you had in the past, thinking that you're a big shot, I don't care what background you come from, with all respect, and this is my opinion, and this is every YouTuber in the world, and I applaud you guys for making these videos, because you guys make this happen. You want to be Snow White, go for it. But if you're going to act and be like a diva like Regina George from the Mean Girls, thinking that you're a big shot. And it literally is. I've never seen so much hate and so much anger and so much dispute and of course so much bulliness, thinking that you're a big top actress when clearly you're not even there yet. You're still a young woman. You're still trying to be the character you're supposed to portray. And for I'm reckoning, you're not gonna be a wonderful influence to little girls who want to be Snow White. It's totally, baffling that you gotta be like this. We're not telling you to step down. We're not trying to tell you what to do in life. But this is disgusting. This is bad behavior. It's best that you work this out with Disney. Apologize to your fans. Ignore the backlash if you hear it. But this is not a negative, thing. We're just here to support you. We're just trying to give you some feedback, some advice. But if you don't want to hear it and be acting like a narcissist, like you keep saying you are, that's totally up to you. But if as a fan, as a parent in the future, I'm not going to take my little girl, my little daughter, Clara, or Cereza, or my beautiful Solara, and my husband Kyle to let them see Snow White in the future, and they're not gonna be acting that way. Hell to the no. So work on your attitude, stop thinking you're a big shot. Not to mention you have another movie coming next year, which is a prequel to the Hunger Games, which hopefully it doesn't flop because of your behavior. Because I have a fact that movie is supposed to be a big hit because it's supposed to be a prequel of what's going to happen between Snow, your character, who I don't want to spoil it, because I know it's from District 12, not Katniss, by the way. She's not in the prequel. But I'm just saying, this is my advice. If you want to block me, go ahead. But I'm just telling you, this is my feedback. Don't just say that, things that come out of your mouth thinking that, you have a right to speak. I'm not telling you to shut up. I'm just telling you to work on your attitude, young lady. Because all you do is bring sass and bring drama into the culture. And this is what I see a lot of days. And this has to stop. I'm just telling you. That's all. And like I said, if you guys really enjoyed this video, press that like button. And please be part of the Hellfire Club. We're almost reaching 1,000 subscribers, guys. I'm counting how many subscribers out there. And you guys are wonderful. I love you guys. And once again, if you guys love my content, keep liking, keep subscribing, and keep on checking out my beloved husband, Kyle Kenner's YouTube channel as well. You guys be part of his wolf pack, alright? So check in the description to follow me on my social media and my husband too. I'll be make sure I update my website from upcoming merchandise sooner than later, alright? So this is your Hellfire leader, Maggie Negan, the Walking Dead Fangirl 27, signing off. See you guys in the next video. Bye, hun. See you in the next video. Bye.